Hi, I'm Radiance. Usually you join me on a journey to delicious, creative, simplistic food recipes, but today we're going to switch it up a bit. We're going to talk about something that is been coming up a lot. I've seen it a lot online, and it's widely popular, is detox. And I want to talk about it from the standpoint of like, what is it and why it's not so effective as we're thinking. So, I'm not going to talk about a specific type of detox because there's so many, but first of all, a lot of detoxes don't tend to work because toxins don't always build up in your liver and kidneys and other parts of the body, right? Unless you're like a doctor or you're going to a doctor or you have some kind of internal work done, you don't always know, where you're off in your system. And I'm not saying that people don't do it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that oftentimes people go on this detox and it's kind of like, my first thing I like to say is why? Why are you doing it? Is it because you've had some behavior that you feel bad about? In other words, you drink way more than you wanted to and you're feeling the effects. You ate too much cake, cookies, and pies. I've done it. Trust me. I love sweets. Or maybe something else. Maybe you've overindulged in something else. Detoxing after certain binging on things doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to detox anything. A lot of what you're pulling out is very surface. And a lot of times when our bodies are impacted, and I use that from a term of, I've had colonics before where you actually, like drawing from your waist, right? It takes a while to get to what's deep rooted. So detox to me is like a fad. It's also often sometimes, like I said, very surface. And most times people are doing it for a very short time. So here's what I would suggest that I would find effective. Now, one, if you're going to do a detox that is in a pill form or something with food, highly research it. Make sure it's coming from a trusted source. I'm not saying that you cannot find it. I'm just saying that make sure that it is, like something you continue on. Excuse me. There's a couple things I'd recommend if you're going to actually detox. Number one, limit or cut out alcohol consumption. I'm not here to judge anybody. I like a good drink every once in a while. I actually like them sweet. Sometimes I like wine. I'm an adult. I do love having a good drink from time to time, although I'm not a big drinker. However, alcohol is a poison. Chemically, it's a poison. And it can change your very nature, your way of being. And if you've ever had a overconsumption of drinks, and felt the hangover after, then you know what I'm talking about. You know that any overindulgence in alcohol can cause, impairment. I've seen people lose their memory as to what happened the night before. I know because I'm usually the sober friend. That's me. Even when I'm drinking, I don't really get too far into it, but I've been that person that, had to tell someone how we got home or how they got home or what happened the night before. It compared your judgment, your memory. It can actually cause liver damage, period. So I would just say that limit or, cut that out if you're really trying to detox and make some changes, right? The other thing is drink lots of water. Yes, water is good. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to give you professional medical advice. But what I will say is that for me, no matter what kind of diet you're on or how you live, we're made up of water. Our bodies are made up of mostly water. So it would make sense to drink lots of water. Drink lots of water. That's excuse me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drink some water now. Drink lots of water, right? The other thing I'd recommend is to eat less processed food. Now, what's that? That's like going to the grocery store and purchasing something pre-made, purchasing, a TV dinner. That's what they used to call them, right? I'm showing my age, or a frozen meal in a box, right? Even something like a box of cereal, that's processed. There's so many things processed, like excuse me, there's so many things in the process. Limit that consumption, maybe replace some of those things. Or if you want to add a salad, like a real salad, not a salad in a bag. You can buy like spinach in a bag. I'm not judging that. Avoid iceberg, by the way. Iceberg lettuce has no nutritional value, but get spinach, like baby spinach. Get kale, get romaine, green leaf lettuce, red leaf lettuce, just get you some cucumber, get you some avocado, get you some nice veggies, right? Those vegetables have high water content. Cabbage actually has high water content. You can cook it. You can actually shred it in a salad. You can combine collard greens, shred collard greens, and some romaine lettuce raw, and it will cut your stomach up in a really good way. Like it's just good for you. So yeah, do that. Like, just really, like be mindful of what you're putting into your system. And also pay attention to how your body feels when you eat these things. Because oftentimes we're like, oh, I don't know what happened. Yeah, but you do. You kind of do, but you just ignored it. Or maybe you have a habit of eating a certain way and, the changes scare you, but the way you've been eating has not been effective for you and it doesn't feel good, but you're just doing it out of habit. So look at those things. Look at how you feel when you eat certain things, right? And I'm not just talking about if something makes you go to the bathroom, because it can be processed food that does it. It can be healthy food. That's what your system is supposed to do. It's supposed to release and let go. The other thing is to stay physically fit. And when I say fit, stay physically active. Maybe that's a better word. So go for a walk outside, right? You don't have to be a marathon runner. You don't have to get on the treadmill every day. I try to, if I can. You don't necessarily have to go to the gym every day. Sometimes I say take the pressure off and just go for a walk. Go for a drive and then go for a hike. Take your animals out or dogs for a walk. Go walking with friends. Maybe walk, up the stairs when you go home, or take the stairs at work, as opposed to the elevator. Just little things to keep you active. Go for a bicycle ride, right? Go for a swim if you have a pool, or go to a local pool or borrow someone's pool. But be active, and try to get out in nature. That's what I recommend. The other thing I'd recommend is getting rest, sleeping, and resting. Now, sleep is one thing. You know what you need. I'm not here to tell you should do 8 to 9 hours, 7 to 9 hours. I read it all over the place. I really don't believe that everybody needs the same type of sleep, because we are not all the same, right? Some people really feel they need 10 hours, and that's fine. I personally, I only sleep very, very, very long periods of time if I'm sick. That's just me personally. I know what I need. You know what you need. And if not, kind of test it out. But, not getting rest can impair a lot of things. I'm not getting sleep, I should say. Rest is, to me, similar, but it's not sleeping. Because sometimes you can sleep but not be resting. And what I mean by that is your mind, like, your mind is constantly going. You're not releasing things. You're constantly worrying. You're constantly ruminating over the same things over and over and over and over again. And so, you need to be able to also rest. Sometimes resting your mind is being still. Sometimes resting your mind is even just enjoying yourself without thinking about all the challenges and troubles and things that the adulting that we do as adults, right? So rest your mind. And as a bonus, another way you can detox is by paying attention to what you put in here, right? So the physical diet is one thing, but what about your mental diet? What about your emotional diet, right? What are you allowing into your mind? What are you watching? What are you reading? Who are you around? What kind of energies of people are you around that are affecting your emotions, or that you're allowing to affect your emotions? Because there's what people do and say and what you kind of allow in. And I don't mean that you can't react or can't feel a way. I just mean that you should start, looking at that type of thing and when you start to master yourself and learn yourself, you'll say, you know what? No, that's not good for me. Or I don't want to be in those environments. And sometimes it's tough because it's friends and family, or it's family, right? Relatives. But you also have the choice to, for yourself, choose you and what you will allow mentally in. So that's a bonus. Detox here, and not just what you're putting into your body, but what you're putting into your mind and what you're allowing into your environment. So I do hope that was helpful. If this was a helpful video, please like, Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and also for the delicious recipes, foodie inspired videos that I share. And click the link in my bio and subscribe to my free VIP group. Come on over and join us. We have more discussions like this, and I share more delicious, fabulous recipes. All right? So thank you so much for joining me, and you have a wonderful day.